dot style description. So yeah, I think we've done this part. Then the next thing for us to do is to everything that we're getting inside results. So let's append it into our all pets, sorry, our all cars. Understand? So all cars, no, sorry, all cars dot append. So what we're appending to, we are appending our results. Great. So that means we are passing all the results we are getting back, we are passing it here. So when we do that, then the next thing for us to do is just to return a JSON response saying that yes, this thing. So I'm just copying this JSON response here. So as I watch doing repetitive typing, so I paste it here. Okay. So success equals to true, then response equals to okay. No, since we are retrieving, so there's nothing like response. So let's return the cars. Then the cars that we're getting back. So let's call our all cars. Give me all the cars back. Then let's even know the number of cars that is returning, that is being returned rather. So let's do total cars. Then let's call the length method. So length of cars. That's all. So I think we can test this guy too now. So let's just run this guy. So we create a new method. So we do locals. So we are doing slash get cars. You know, it's a get request. So once we call this guy, so great, good one. So guys can see it's returning all the cars we have in the database for us, and we are getting the total number of how many cars? 2 cars. 2 cars. So let's push. So I think we are okay with this. Yeah, I think this should, let me give you another to do. So you guys should have another to do here. To do. So add a get car by ID method that returns just a car when the ID is passed. So you guys remember I explained how the ID thing works and everything. So but you see that's working. This our time is already gone. So let me just quickly rush through the updates so that we can see how the ID works again one more time. So anyways, so let's create a touch method. Let's create a touch route. So the third route is we'll be using the doing our updates method. So we are creating a new one. So I do routes. So this one is garage. Yeah. So this one is update car. Let's call it update car because we are updating this one car. So update. So yes. So now the method, let's use patch. So guys, I hope you understand the difference between the patch and the pull. So I can decide to use put here, but I want to use patch. Reason being that so there are some times that we don't want to like do it in such a way that every time you must be passing everything back to the API if you want to update a particular record. So you can just pass those 2 things and to be updated. And I hope you guys care what I'm trying to say. So then update car, you know the drill guys. So let's pass the ID in slash int let's call it car ID. So then we do what? Pass the car ID here. So car ID. So I'm stepping this. So car ID. So let's now do car. We need just the car. So since we need just the car, let's call the car table. So we tell it okay fine query. So this is more or less like answering the question I gave you guys the other time that you guys get car by ID because that's more or less like what we're doing here. So query dot get. So what am I telling you this time? Give me a car ID, just one car. So this car ID that I'm already passing, I'm passing it here. Yeah, go and get me just this one car. So once you do that, then let me now start updating. Let's say that we want to be able to update our car name. And that's the car name because you know the normal drill refresh.json. Refresh.json. Doing that for so let's get our car. That is in the request body that's coming back, get me the name. Then let's say that we can update our car type. So that's the request of JSON car underscore type. Then Then let's say we can update our description equals to request your JSON. Then let's call car description. Yep. So what else? What else should we be able to update? Let's just leave it as usual. So now let's now do something. Remember that we are getting a single card back. What will happen if we don't get that card as a query? If we pass the wrong ID, if we pass the wrong ID into this particular endpoint, and we want to now get it, it's going to break our code. So that's why we're going to put the check here. And now say that if that is if you are not seeing anything, is none. So abort it. Abort it what? Give me a 404. So 404 is actually not found error. But for this abort to work, I think you should have to bring in abort. So okay, yeah, I think is it from OS import abort? No, I don't want to import abort from OS for me. So from Flask, let me just put abort here. Okay, so where were we? So good abort. So that is it. So for else, if that doesn't happen, then what should we do? Else that doesn't happen, then we now start doing the same way we are saving all these guys then. Where's the okay, when we're creating when we're doing this. So more or less the same to updating, but this time around let's just use this as car underscore name equals to car underscore name that we have up there. So then car underscore type equals to car underscore type, then car underscore description equals to car underscore description. Yep. So when we are done doing this, then we just do our db session. What are we having? Let's ask car. So then we commit db session. So then when we are done with this, let's just return our JSON file response, something like this. So we are returning JSON file response for this time around. We're saying that car successfully updated. Yep. So I think we can test this guy out now. Test this guy out. So let's create a patch method. So we call this one patch. So I think I have. So even if I'm copying the same thing again, so update card. So let's do localhost / update card. So let's do EP. So guys, so let's do update card. Let's update card 5. You know, in the database we have a 5. See, we don't have a 5 in the database. Great. So let's now try to update card 5. So we now do. Let me send it. So can you see it's giving me 400 by request? Was it 400 I types? It's going to give me 404. Oh, sorry. Sorry guys, I didn't pass the JSON. So good guys, can you see the preview 404 not found? So that way it's returning back, and so that's what we want, the 404 status code. Yeah, that works fine. So then let's check. So let's see this particular entry. Let's see this then C class, blah blah blah. Let's try to edit it. So let's edit the one. Let's change that one also to an SUV, but this time of variables. Let's do Mercedes Benz G Wagon. Yeah, great. So let's leave it as 2022. So we change the name, change the type. Let's leave it as SUV. Description. Let's just change the latest. Then let's fire this guy. So can you see car successfully updated? So once we do a refresh, so that number one has changed to Mercedes Benz G Wagon. So I think that makes more sense now. So let me now give you guys the last to do. So let's say to do, because of our time, to do the delete endpoints. Bam, that's all. So that's your thoughts to do. Add to delete endpoints. I think we are good guys. So well, I think that brings us to the end of this particular session. And oh, sorry, I think someone asked a question the other time that what's the difference between request between request.json and request.getJSON. Is that the question you're asking, if I'm correct?
Yes, that was the question.
All right, great. So in your Flask, in the Flask app itself, so when you have get JSON, so it's defined as a method to the class request. That one is actually a class, is a method in the class to the class request class itself. So then, um, sorry. So to the request class itself, then at the same time, sorry, I'm trying to yeah, at the same time, so it works the same way as the request.json as well. But you know that just that if you have, like, let's say if you have an old version, yes, if you have an old version of Python, for example, the only one that would work as a, or an old version of Flask, so to say, is the request.json that will work. So it's just recently that we have request.getJSON. So you understand? So
I get it. Yes.
all right,
Thank
so
you.
yeah, you're welcome. So Omotola says, I still don't get Postman though. So many things. Oh, you don't understand how to test with Postman, Omotola? Huh?